Welcome, creators, to another episode of the
Creators Show.
And on today's episode, we've got two new faces that we haven't seen before. But first of all, let me introduce the one that we are familiar with, Master Shri Akarshana. Namaste. Thank you for joining us. On the right hand of me, we have Mr. Shivagato. Welcome.
Hello, everyone.
They call you Cool Shove, huh?
Cool Shubhagato.
That's very cool.
Very cool.
Did you name yourself Cool Shove? Or
I named myself Cool Shub.
That's good.
I named my channel the Cool Shub, yes.
Usually I see him with a hat and glasses as well. What happened to it?
It was because of the COVID.
I think his mic is not on the right place. Huh?
Okay.
He needs to pull it that way. Man, if you help him out. Huh? There we go.
Okay.
Done.
Thank you. Yeah, probably like last week you saw me with the hat.
Yeah.
I still have the spec, but I had a haircut. That's why I removed the cap.
How did you get a haircut during COVID?
Oh, actually, thanks for asking this question. Like our landlord,
He does
she
haircuts?
does haircut as well, so she helped me to.
Is that part of the rent or you need to pay extra?
I had to pay extra. It was upsell.
COVID special.
COVID special
Very nice.
upsell.
Did they charge you 10 times the price or what?
No, they charged me 1/10 of the price.
That's
1/10.
good. That's very good. Huh?
That's really nice. So, Mr. Shivagato, welcome to the Creator Show. And also
Thank you.
on the show here, we have Elina. How are you doing?
Very good, thank you.
Thank you for joining us. So, what's new, everyone? How's everyone doing?
Well, I'm intrigued to know what these guys are going to be doing because you just finished your Wealth Yogi.
That's right.
What plans do you guys have going back, wherever you're from?
Because of the lockdown, I'm probably going to stay in England for a little bit, and keep on rolling with the system, going hard on YouTube, getting all the
Have you started yet?
systems automated. Well, I have my channel. I've done a few videos before, like previous years, but like the confidence was definitely not there. I was not knowing what I was doing.
Okay.
So now I've been going live every day on Facebook. So I have like a lot of materials to start cutting together for YouTube materials.
Very
but
nice.
I just need that time and space to do that.
Very
it's
nice. So I know that you're from Estonia, but you've been like around loads of countries, right?
Yes.
So when you refer to after London leaving, what does that mean to? Do you know, or is it like leaving it to the divine or something?
Well, the
I know
best,
she's very free spirit, so
the best way to make God laugh is tell him about your plans, right? So
so you have no idea basically.
I'm very open. My sister is getting married in July, so I should be back in Estonia for that a little bit.
Mhm.
But I'm looking to go stay in Thailand a little bit because I'm traveling by my astrology. So Thailand for me should be the place where I have a lot of drive to get my professional stuff launched. So I might.
And to people who don't know what you do, actually, I'm actually legit asking this question because I know there's all sorts of things you do and your knowledge is very wide. How do you tell people, like, what is it you do? You transform people's lives? Is it to do with spirituality? What is the thing?
Well, my background is from business world.
That's very different to her things, what she's been showing. Has your business world been seeing your Instagram posts? Did you see her Instagram story?
I haven't, no.
No? Her laughing and crying? So does your business world know about that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
They take you seriously in the business world?
Actually, the interesting thing is that the business world is now coming around because my background is from political parties, from business world, and back then when I was in those circles, they made fun of people who were spiritual. So now that I'm diving deep into the spiritual stuff, and all they need to actually see is my eyes, because my eyes have changed so much in that spiritual path and the energy I bring to the room. And when they meet me one-on-one, they automatically want to know what I'm doing. So it's just a matter of experiencing my energy in their space.
While we're here, let's talk a little bit about that Instagram story. I think
Absolutely.
Shov experienced it, right? You experienced it live.
We experienced it live, like the real. And sometimes I also laugh behind the camera.
Oh, you're behind the camera.
Yes.
You're filming it.
Not filming it, but like kind of help her to.
But I've been hearing that
It's
people have been hearing echoes around the whole house
Yeah.
of this
Absolutely.
laughing and crying.
I don't know about you, but I'm like dying inside to know what it is. 'Cause, like, you guys are like talking around
Do
it.
you want to
Like,
give us
what
a
is it
demo or
actually?
what?
Of the laughter. Well,
Like that for how many hours? A few hours.
Originally I do it 3 hours.
3 hours of laughing.
Yeah.
On your Instagram story.
No.
Instagram story only lasts 15 seconds.
Oh,
It's a meditative therapy called the Mystic Rose, which was the Osho, the Indian mystic
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Tantra. It was his last meditative therapy that he launched, and he said that it's like the next biggest thing after Vipassana. And Vipassana is the silent
yeah.
meditation. So it is a system that drops you right into the subconscious to start releasing stuck energies from there, because we have over the generations, we have so much suppressed laughter, so much suppressed emotions overall, and we have become so alienated from our core essence. So it's a process to just like dust off and shower off everything's not true and just sit with your core essence, which is love.
But it must be tough, no?
Oh, it's
Laughing
really
for 3
tough.
hours.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
you really need, like, once you have your head clear
Yeah.
and you tap into the flood that's behind the gates, then you just sit there and laugh. But once
And how long would you say it takes to get into that part?
How long does it take to build a house?
You see? Let's test on man. Go.
okay, laugh. I don't know how you can laugh for 3 hours,
Go.
and then the after effect of it, doesn't your cheek like really like?
Yeah, your throat starts to hurt in first days, and you get very
Your
good abs
throat
going
starts
on.
bleeding.
We should introduce that to yoga as well. 3 hours of laughter whilst doing asanas.
So we do laughing yoga, right?
Yes,
We do
let's do it.
laughing yoga.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not for 3 hours.
Why not?
Yeah.
But
no, you
3
should
hours
try it.
works.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Try it today and let us know how it goes.
Accelerate your abs through laughing yoga.
Actually, you would.
It's a
Your
bomb,
core
yeah.
would be very strong after
Very
that.
strong.
So, Shov, I want to ask you hearing those noises for the first time in the house. What was your response?
I think Shiv was smiling.
I loved it because because this is something which resonate with my default personality of like staying happy
Just
and
happiness.
and she's like actually doing a great job by spreading laugh. So like whatever the tense situation is, like it lightens up the situation in a fraction of a second. The moment she starts laughing, sometimes even after the shoot, like she will come to the kitchen and like everyone laugh, and everyone start laughing, and some like I try to fake it for the first second, but her laugh is so contagious that like it becomes our real.
It was legit. I was watching the Insta story. At first, it's a bit of a WTF moment. You know, it's like, what is going on? And then you watch the second one, and you're like, oh my god, she's crazy. And then you watch the third one, and then you start laughing. Like I was legit laughing. I was just like, it's contagious, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that part. Okay, now, what about the few hours of crying?
So after laughing, there was crying as well.
Like a few hours of crying. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Like
Wow.
imagine pushing yourself to cry for a few hours.
Yeah, when
I was trying to.
5 hours, man.
Wow.
5 hours of crying. It really, when you drop really deep into a sorrow and sadness, and you clean it out, and you pop out the other side, and it turns into bliss. And then it's not like the positive and the negative spectrum of your emotional feeling, but it comes one circle, and you're just feeling, and it's so liberating, and you just see that, wow, everything's just perfect, and I'm just grateful to be alive. And you're
So you
just
do the crying first or the laughing first?
laughing first.
You do the laughing first, then the crying.
Yes.
That's an interesting sequence, no?
So is there a reason why it's 3 hours and 5 hours? Is there?
Well, it's just
That's
like
8 hours.
Yeah.
finally
That's your
it
whole
just
day.
didn't
It's
stop.
like, what did you do yesterday, man?
I laughed and cried.
Laugh and
cried and
cry.
Yeah. Well, the sequence is so because we are suppressing with laughter our deeper emotions. So a lot of times we just laugh it off, but actually deep inside we want to cry. So if you just clean your mind and clean the surface with the laughter, then you can tap into the authentic sorrows. And oftentimes when people do 1 week of
So this is like a
laughing,
release, a healing.
a lot, yeah. So yeah, a lot of times people want to start crying already on the laughter week, but you shouldn't, because you really want to get the table clean before you know. But next layer of
So it's a
paint
bit like
on.
taking it to the extreme so that you can get yourself into balance of your true.
Yeah, to tap into what you really
Makes
are,
sense.
because
Yeah.
it's all conditioning that we have built on ourselves, and it's not that it's only from this lifetime. Like, people here probably are like aware of different lifetimes, ancestral stuff, so we can start cleansing ancestral, like thousands and thousands of years of conditioning, and it's a privilege and honor to do that.
So how often do you do a practice like that?
The first time I did it was 3 years ago. My preferred way to do it is like once a month, having people coming together and
do it
doing
together.
like a week.
Full 8 hour, 7 hour.
Oh, that thing I do one time a year.
One time a year is enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking if that becomes like a daily habit thing, it's pretty intense. No.
Yeah.
I was
Can you
thinking,
imagine?
are you in a relationship?
No.
Okay. Yeah. Relationship would be very interesting, huh?
One
Imagine your
moment they're
partner,
laughing
your
and one moment they're
partner.
crying.
In the morning, you're laughing. Ha, 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 ha. Then your partner goes to work. Okay, see you later, honey. And then when your partner comes back from work,
What's wrong?
what's going on? 7 hours later.
But actually, what is amazing about this is that, you know, when you go through a deep emotional experience with anyone, it closens you up, right? And if you go through this laughter and crying with your partner, it's amazing how much deeper in love do you
Yeah,
get.
it's very powerful. Yeah.
So is this something that our creators who's watching, can they do it themselves, or do they need like some form of like guidance from a...
Well, it is like 100 times easier to do it with somebody. Like for me to do it just with the camera was hardcore. It is not supposed to be like that, but you can do it if you've done it before, or, you know, like, but and also if you do it alone for 3 hours, you can get into catharsis that your mind just cannot figure
Goes
it out
chaos.
anymore,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
can get out of hand if you don't have somebody holding space for you.
So recommended, guys, do not do this by yourself.
Yeah, have a facilitator.
Yeah.
Find a
it's
mentor.
always- It's like when we do the dynamic meditation. You've done that as well. Yeah, it's in the same thing. You facilitate it, and otherwise people can go crazy. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, too
So-
much coming up.
Shivagato, how's your...
Wait. She hasn't finished. What is it you do apart from laughing and crying?
So I'm facilitating transformational experiences for people through these meditative therapies, and I'm a Tantra yoga teacher, I'm a shamanism practitioner, so I do trauma release, so I do body work and breath work.
So you're
and-
fully qualified for everything.
Yeah, well, I've been just like taking all the teacher trainings and just like really wanting to know by experience, to go deeper than books or knowledge, just to go to experience.
Very
So
nice.
I'm doing online courses
Uh-huh.
where I'm helping people through meditations and by astrology there, and then also calling together tribes for retreats.
Very
Nice.
nice. Yeah, I'm really intrigued. I think we'll talk a little bit more about this because coming from business, I mean, it's very similar to my path
From business.
from business,
Yeah.
like fully business marketing sales to closing deals to
Oh, namaste.
namaste and law of
Peace.
attraction. You know, so very interesting. Come on, the smiley guy. This guy just never does anything else but smile, huh?
Yes, and also
think it's
the
good.
impact of laughing, the contagious impact is like smiling always.
You can't help but smile as well when you see Shivagato.
It is, and I think sometimes even you must get away with a lot of things. Like you can make a lot of mistakes and things like that, and people at first they want to say something, and then suddenly you smile, and they're like, "Oh, actually, it don't matter."
Probably.
Like what I'm saying is, you must not get any anger towards you.
Yes, I think it's hard for me to get anger and also people to get anger towards me.
But
It
why
is
is
like
that?
because there's even been a few times, during the Wealth Yogi days, he would say something, and for example, I'll be thinking, oh, maybe it's a silly question, or maybe he would say something, and I'll be like, why are you doing it that way? So my response will be kind of like that. The moment he smiles, it's kind of like, it's okay, just be yourself.
Okay, yeah, so
What's the secret behind it? For all those people who have so much stress out there, right, especially during these times, like tough times, negativity and hate and anger and upset and feeling lonely and all this is happening, while Shove is just cool Shove, smiling all the time. What's the secret?
well, what I learned from this Wealth Yogi Wealth Yogi certification program is also everything is going to be okay, and I was implementing that before as well. Like universe has my. I was following many of your videos and also got understood that universe has my back, and
So have you always been this way, or have you been an angry person before, and did you get some sort of awakening, or you just born and through all your whole upbringing you've always been smiley and always been happy?
And do you have a process so that people can also follow that process as well?
okay. So it hasn't been always this way. I was also like very much stressed and being anger, like as
You
you
had
said.
anger?
Yeah.
Really? Show us. Really?
That's his anger.
I just couldn't imagine it.
I would love to see that.
Couldn't imagine it. So that was there. Then what happened? So what
and
was
then
the change?
and then I had started my transformational journey, and
And when was this?
I started back in 2017, and I.
So
did-
what created it? What made it happen?
What you mean by?
Like, was there a point in your life where, it
Something
was,
happened.
Yeah, something happened and then you just completely changed? Or was it like a gradual process where you implemented like a system and then you just kept on following it?
It's actually I experienced like miracles of the life. Like last year, 2019, I was in US, and also one of the miracle with you, Master, I would like to share. You had a manifesting miracles in December in New York City, and
In New York, yeah?
yeah,
Yeah.
and I bought a ticket for that,
Yeah.
and I did not go in that event.
Oh.
That was the miracle.
So that's not the miracle. That was I did not go, and in July I had to travel back because of I completed my project. I had
You had to travel back
to India.
Okay. So you were in New York?
I was in New Jersey,
Oh, wow. Okay.
and I had to travel back. And after just landing in India, I was following your YouTube. One fine morning, I woke up with a notification that Erico coming to Bangalore, and I checked the location. It was 2 kilometers away from the place where I am,
Oh, wow. So
Yeah.
like literally next door, huh?
literally next year. So I had to visit this time, and from there the transformation started again. Like I signed up for the Freedom Lifestyle Creator (MTS), and I had my journey to Wealth Yogi program. I had a phone call with Man. I gave interview to Man, and I actually applied for the one happening later on. So I did not plan to come to this particular batch, but like universe guided me to come here.
Very nice.
So I'm totally amazed by how the universe is working, and like how the life is miraculous, and it makes me happy and smile all the time.
Wow.
That's one of
So
the
so
secret.
so all this change has been only recent years.
Yes. In like past 2017, I started.
And there was no significant point that something happened that made you decide that I need to change or something. It's because for a lot of people out there, let's say, for example, if they're going through some tough times or they're in this complaining mode or negativity, for Alina to say, oh, it's okay, just be positive. Actually, it's very tough for people in that situation. So what is it? Did anything determine the change, or?
Actually, I learned that like complaining and negativity and blaming the situation, blaming other people, actually does not serve us. Like we have to take the responsibility, and who we are being in that situation, it matters, and it changes the whole world around. So that's one of the thing I apply, and it gives me result in my life.
I mean, because when I look at it and I think about this, I feel that a lot of people can listen to those lines and say that's so true, yet at the same time, they still get affected by things. So I'm just intrigued to know, what are the turning points?
Yeah, because one factor that determines.
Were you ever angry?
Of course.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah, but you're like this now as well.
Like every now and then I still get angry.
All right.
It's-
And what do you do? Punch
it's just
through a
a-
wall or something?
It's just a process. You breathe. No, seriously, it's like,
It's interesting, a spiritual process, right? I mean, it's a spiritual journey, because you kind of like, even at times where you feel it and it's kind of like, no, I'm not that, come back. And then,
yeah, because it's very, very difficult, because your social environment, especially with the people that you hang around with, also determines on how you act and how you behave, right? If, you're surrounded with negative people, it's very hard to be positive around negativity, right?
Have you guys ever been called out before?
Yes.
Like yeah, yes. You know, in those moments where you make a reaction and somebody spiritual calls you out, in that moment you're just like even more pisses you off just that little
it's
bit
so
more. True. And it's so true at the same time, and you've got nothing. You've got no response. You ever had that before?
Yeah, the way that I deal with my negative and positive emotions is that I see that they make me human. That to be whole in my emotions is to experience all of them, mm-hmm. and just to be grateful and that's cool to feel like that. Let me find fluidity in this, and let me like.
So do you allow it to go then?
I don't react. I just feel it, but I don't put the reaction behind. So okay. I just like.
But what about the wholesomeness of of going into all the actions of reaction and anger?
If there's a safe space for that, for sure. Especially it's good.
You should design like at home, put loads of walls up that you can smash through.
Yeah.
Yeah, like purposefully.
Yeah.
Then you can enjoy it, yeah. As long as it's not creating any harm, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But then it is kind of still creating some harm, no?
Because there's power.
You are your vibration, and then attracting more of that vibration, no?
If you
it depends if it's release or it's attracting.
Yeah. If there's a safe space where you can let it out, then this anger can transform into power. Because it's both coming from your solar plexus, right? So if you get the toxicity out, then you can tap into your power and its immense
or using that energy as drive to take action towards something that's empowering in your life, right?
Absolutely. And one of the thing which Lina mentioned, like being grateful, doing a grateful exercises helps a lot to be in a state of gratitude and be thankful for everything. Like what are the good things I have? What are the best things I have right now? And if there is nothing, then what I learned from you is like, I'm able to breathe. I'm alive. Mm-hmm. It's enough. It's enough. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So recently I broke my phone. I dropped my phone and
I could imagine his face when he dropped his phone.
He just stopped laughing. And a few years down the line, like I would go mad, like, oh my God, what happened? And after breaking my phone this time, I like, oh, I'm alive. I'm breathing.
So Shav, what about you then? Now you've gone through this Wealth Yogi journey.
Yes.
Been three months, very intense here. Exactly. What are your plans going forward from here then?
One of the plan is to have no plans.
Oh wow, you two are real free spirits, huh? Exactly. Just let the universe determine the wave, and I'll ride the wave, huh?
Exactly, because this journey had been totally unplanned. Like I came here, my journey here, like totally miraculous and unplanned. So like I think this is one of the key factor to like go with the flow. And also because of the lockdown, like the flights are not going back to India. So it's
okay. So that's God's plan right now.
That's something universe made some plan that made me to stay. And
okay, so while you're staying here, then right now, what is the immediate actions or things you're working on, or yeah?
Okay. Immediate action is I'm working on my webinar.
Okay.
So very soon, like in the mid of
June. And you're teaching people in.
I'm teaching people in Abundance Accelerator.
Beautiful.
And how to do a business, how to attract abundance, and how to find a product, and how to leverage the existing systems instead of creating their own business. How they can leverage the existing systems to create their own business and create.
So you said finding abundance, and then you said attracting abundance. You also said finding a product. So you mean attracting abundance through also implementation of some business skills.
Yes, exactly. It's not the spiritual side of it, like it's the implementation side, like how, like the skills what they can apply to create a income and create a freedom lifestyle.
I think that's needed for people, especially today with so many people losing their jobs and everything that's going on.
Absolutely.
Very nice. And Alina's immediate plan is right now is focusing.
I just had my webinar.
Both is the same. Okay.
I launched it on Saturday. I've been having a lot of great feedback from it. You know how when you sometimes you work on something and you're so deep in it, you feel like you're having blind spots everywhere, and then you get feedback from somebody who is. Actually, I'm getting feedback from business people who are getting into spirituality. And
there is this bridge that is become more and more apparent in the business world, right?
Yeah, for
People
sure.
getting into meditation, yoga practices, certain practice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So it's like conscious business people.
Actually, it works like very magically. Like if I'm going to the bed in a meditative state that I'm going to like earn money tomorrow, I'm actually literally waking up with a notification on the Stripe account, like there was a sale.
I think a lot of business people want to know how you're sleeping, how you're meditating. Right?
Maybe like your soundtrack for the attracting abundance.
Mhm.
So many times I like play it,
And then you wake up and you see money's in your account.
Money is very-
like literally.
literally, yeah.
For a lot of logical-minded people, they can't get their head around that, though.
Mhm.
Yeah. But it's all just vibration, huh?
So over the
Okay.
3 months, Shiv,
Yes.
like, what do you think was your biggest learning? Besides, the whole training, like, do you feel like there was a specific point within the Wealth Yogi that you're like, wow, this has changed me? Like, has there been a moment like that?
Lot of moment.
A lot of moments.
One of the thing is like the flexibility of my body, which had improved by practicing yoga. Like I uh, I couldn't do headstand before coming here.
Mhm.
Now I can just stay there in the headstand and play around.
Play around. But do you see? I mean, flexibility in body while practicing yoga is one thing, but do
Yeah.
you actually see that the yoga affecting other areas that, like, whether it's mind or whether it's what
Exactly.
you do or?
Exactly, because during the yoga, like I have some questions, and also like I'm figuring out solution to something, and I'm stressing out, and I'm resisting to go to the yoga session, and I pushed myself to the session, and during the yoga, it's like something like magically happens, like magically the solution comes up,
That's nice.
and it strikes me something, and right after the session, after doing the meditation session and after calming my mind, I'll like go right back into the solution and implementing it. So it actually magically works.
Very
And
nice.
release the stress, and look forward in a positive aspect in every area of my life.
Very
It-
nice.
Elina, what was your biggest outtake for the 3 months? Like, what was the thing that you found? Wow.
That's it's possible that the big dream
Mhm.
came a lot closer, and also like telling myself that don't let your mind take you out of the game,
Mm.
because like when resistance comes up, there's an opportunity for a breakthrough, and I had a couple of breakthroughs for sure. I'm joining the headstands crew.
That's amazing.
And baby cobra too,
So like it's possible, as Elina said. Also, like don't let money to stop you from taking you out of the game. And also, what I learned is like don't let money stop you from making money, and always look for investing and reinvesting. And also, the biggest takeaway is the implementing and online platforms and using them to leverage and have a passive income. So this is one of my biggest takeaways. And one of the thing which I couldn't imagine I will do is I wrote a book during this program.
Very nice.
Wow.
Wow.
What's the book called?
It's called 11 Rules to Live a Passionate Life.
Very nice.
And
That's a big deal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Writing a book, completing it in
Now you're an author.
3 months, huh?
Now he's an author now.
Now you're an author.
yeah, I'm an author, so I sometimes forget that I'm an author as well. Yeah, and it's also like selling it. I posted in the market, and sometimes I woke up with like this morning I woke up with a sale of my ebook. So this is something totally unimaginable, and also like my communication skills have improved like way better than I was at, and I can like actually close deals and close businesses.
Very nice.
So this is very huge impact on me which had happened.
Very good. Very good.
So would you recommend it for people to join Wealth Yogi, or do you feel like it needs a special individual?
You're giving so much pressure there. It's really hard for him to say no. I don't recommend.
Okay, so if like this program is like very intense basically, and like a lot of hard work is required, and also absolutely have like lots of fun in it. like 12 to 14 hours of hard work integrated with fun, so which is absolutely amazing. So like if some people, like if there are some people who are not willing to put out that work, then I would say this program is like
Can
not
be
to
tough.
look out not to look out for, because you may land yourself in something like which you do not want. But if some people, like if they want to take their life to the next level and like experience the miracles and how they can take their life to the next level, and how they can like leverage what they already know to the level of what they can like cannot imagine. So I think this program is very much perfect for them.
Very nice.
Yeah, and to add to that, then I've been in this training industry for 10 years now. That was my first job, organizing trainings like this after high school. And what was unique about this program and what I'm very grateful for is that it was online. Because it's a very, because of the COVID situation, you were all guys forced to, be solution focused and figure out these online systems. And I see that this is a great opportunity for all of us to learn how to take our platforms online and leverage.
Reach out to more
the-
people around the world.
Yes. So that was actually kind of perfect.
Very nice. So if we were to finish off the show with some inspiring words, because of everything that's happening, especially now riots have started also with all the different things going on. What are your words of wisdom, encouraging words to finish off the show, Elina?
Well, whenever I personally don't know what to do and I'm like a little bit in a fear state, then I always remind myself that be here, be love. If you don't know what to do, just love.
Beautiful. And Shiv?
I would say like keep your mind open and like look at it as a like in a positive aspect, like take it as a time off from whatever you were doing before. Like take it like a time off and use this time as to develop some new skills, something new which may even surprise others and which may even surprise yourself. And like by the time this situation is over, you will evolve as a like totally new person.
Very
Nice.
nice.
So I believe that's all we have time for this episode of the Create Show. Thank you, Master, for joining us. Thank you, Elina. Thank you, Shiv, for taking your time out. If you guys enjoyed this episode of the Create Show, please let us know in the comments box below. Also, let us know where you are tuning from. It's always good to know. Also, if you haven't already done so and you want to see more of these episodes on podcasts on YouTube, please do hit that subscribe button. It's that little red button on the side of the video. Also, that bell notification that will give you notification on when the next video comes out. So until then, I look forward to seeing you guys in the near future. Stay safe and namaste. Thank you.
Namaste.